Good morning. Today I want to speak to you about life purpose and life calling and about why we are here on this planet. A lot of us are volunteer souls. We are the ones that came in after the Second World War when we wanted to make a difference because the clarion call went out to the whole of the cosmos and asked for volunteer souls to come and incarnate to the planet so that the whole planet's consciousness could be lifted, because Mother Earth wanted to raise her consciousness and ascend to a higher state of being as the whole rest of the Milky Way galaxy. Now, we never ever are an entity of ourselves, of our own rather. Like the Milky Way galaxy has a counter galaxy. The universe has a counter universe. The solar system has a counter solar system. So everything in the whole of our cosmos is perfectly balanced, and there is a master plan behind it. When Earth was created, planet Earth was created, some of the souls that were involved with the motherships coming and bringing in plant species and animal species, etc., etc., they so loved and fell in love with the planet that they volunteered to come and live on the planet. But when they came to live on the planet, they had to sign a contract. And on this contract it stated that they would participate in an experiment on Earth. In other words, they would experiment about how their lives would evolve on planet Earth. Now, in this whole millions and 5 millions and billions of years that the Earth has existed, civilizations have come and gone, come and gone. But most importantly, those first 860,000 souls that were involved with the planet from the very beginning have incarnated time and again from other galaxies and star systems in order to bring about life on Earth. But somehow or other patterns were created, and those patterns were not always positive patterns. Some of them were negative and destructive patterns. Now, in some other way, and I bring this up in my books about what happened and what went wrong. I don't want to go into that today. But what I want to tell you is that during these lifetimes, a lot of you have been here since the very beginning and have incarnated again. You might have been in the latest and last one, which was Atlantis, or you might have been in Egypt or wherever. Doesn't matter. What matters is that you actually created certain patterns during those lifetimes. So in this lifetime, you were contracted before you actually were born. Your soul made a contract. And they called in all the souls that you had patterns with and created patterns with, and they said, we will meet you during the course of my life. So often you're meeting these souls, you have a sense of familiarity, like a sense of homecoming, like a sense of, I know this soul forever. And it's true, because you do know the soul forever. It might not be necessarily a twin flame. It might be somebody from your own soul group, or it might be somebody that you encountered in the other lifetimes that you were on Earth, or even in other existences and other dimensions, because only a tiny fraction of your soul is incarnated now. You have 12 pieces to your soul, and at this moment there's only one tiny fraction of that incarnated. So, in other words, we would get born on this planet, and we forget all of that. And then we have a sense of loss, a sense of separateness, the sense of, goodness me, what on earth am I doing onto this planet? If you are one of the crystal children and the indigo and the rainbow children, and you've never ever incarnated onto this planet before, that sense of loss, that sense of separateness, and sometimes not belonging here like an alien, is true. You really don't belong here because you come from other galaxies. But that does not mean that you're separated from the rest of the cosmos. You know, the greatest revelation in my life was when I suddenly remembered all of that, and I remembered who I was, and I remembered who my soul was, and I remembered where I came from, and then my whole vision started to change, because I understood that I am a cosmic citizen and I'm not earthly bound. I'm not a prisoner of this earth, because earth does not hold anybody prisoner. there are some souls here on this earth who want to hold us prisoner by telling us untruths and by telling us lies. But we have to search for the truth. And the thing is, the truth you will only find the truth by going deep inside and reconnecting with your own soul. Because your soul is wise. Your soul has knowledge. Your soul knows all the cosmic laws. Your soul knows love, infinite love. It's just that in this planet you buy into the illusion that you have to conform to a life which actually is not congruent to your soul purpose and not congruent to your soul's highest values. That is why I love doing soul readings, because I love reconnecting people to their souls. I love to reconnect them to why they are here and what they're doing here and what their soul purpose is. And sometimes in relationships we get involved with people that we had relationships with before. So we tend to repeat the same old pattern over and over again. And some of them are negative patterns. They were not beautiful, uplifting patterns. And once we understand the pattern, we can change the pattern. It's like a kaleidoscope. When you start to turn the scope, then the little pieces scatter and they form a new pattern. That is what you have to do. Sometimes that pattern has just got to scatter into pieces from that person, and you forgive them and you heal, and then the pattern dissolves and you can create a healthier pattern, a more loving pattern. And that is essentially why you are on earth. If you've been one of those 860,000 souls that came to the beginning, you encountered many people, you loved many souls. So that is why sometimes we need multiple experiences of love in order to find the true love. But we don't only find that deep inside of ourselves. So, if you wish to, you can ask me to help you to reconnect to your soul. But that is your own free will and choice. Just like everybody else has got their own free will and choice. And that is why we have to let our loved ones free, so that they can make the choices they wish to make. Even if they fall flat on their bum every now and again, that's their own choice. Love holds a person unconditionally and allows them to make that. And it's just always there. That's the beauty and power